What's up, guys? Got a really big announcement today. I'm really excited. As a lot of you know, real quick update, I attended the Mr. Olympia this past weekend. I was doing kind of the pre and post game analysis, if you will. Very cool. Got to hang out with Ronnie Coleman, Lou Ferrigno, Dave Farrar, Larry Pepe. Good time. I really had a lot of fun, and I was extremely encouraged. Man, at the expo, I met hundreds of people, maybe thousands, but so many people saying they had watched the videos and they had been helpful, and that they had, were getting healthier, But what I was really most encouraged about was Ashley Kaltwasser, who won the Bikini Olympia. Here's a girl, not on a big team. She didn't do a ton of cardio, getting ready. She didn't do a bunch of unhealthy practices. I talked to her a little bit backstage, and she actually mentioned that she watched some of the videos, which is phenomenal. Like, I'm really happy to hear that. Super nice gal too. Definitely somebody you can root for. But I was just really excited to see that, just to show that you don't have to be on some, super big team, anything like that, or have some huge name coach to do well. If you just take care of your body and follow science and do the right things, you can do really well. And so she didn't destroy her body getting ready for the Olympia. Which is, I love hearing that. So that was like super encouraging for me to see kind of the shift of what's been going on in the fitness industry, because as this kind of been a little bit of a crusade for me to make people realize that competing and health are not mutually exclusive. So yeah, that was really cool. But what I really want to talk to you guys today about is a big announcement. And there's been a lot of negativity out there recently. And so my best way to respond to negativity is to put some positivity out there. I start thinking about what my legacy is going to be in this industry. And realizing I can't do everything by myself. I need help. I've gotten so many client inquiries in the last year that, like I said, I'm turning down 99% of people at this point. And it's very hard for me, because I really do want to help as many people as I can. And it's gut-wrenching when I have to turn people down. So what I started thinking about was, how do I create more good coaches, not necessarily even coaches, but how do I help create more people that are going to spread good information? Well, I had an opportunity presented to me by a client of mine, and she asked me not to give her credit, but that's too bad, Maggie. I'm going to give you credit anyway. Maggie Kuhn, she sent me an email and said, that she's interested in philanthropic stuff, and how interested would I be in setting up a BioLayne Foundation. So a nonprofit. And this was something I had thought about a while back, but just to be quite frank, had very little time to go about doing all the logistics of it. It's amazing how difficult the government makes it to give people money. But the purpose of the BioLayne Foundation is going to be to try to raise money and donate money to students who want to study exercise and nutrition. Okay, so we want to create more people who are getting very educated and then can go out and spread more good knowledge. So our goal next year is to raise over $100,000. That's our goal, and be able to give out multiple scholarships to people in nutrition and exercise, students. I personally, this hits very close to home for me, because when I was getting ready to graduate high school, my parents didn't have a whole lot of money. We grew up lower middle class. My parents owned a floor covering store, and they lost that business when I was about 10 years old. They paid off every single person they owed. They didn't go bankrupt, but they closed it down with essentially nothing. And it was really hard for them, because I didn't go to movies growing up very much. We didn't eat out a lot. We weren't poor, but we didn't get a whole lot of extras. So when it came time for college, I know my parents were really worried about how they were going to pay for it, and I really, really wanted to go to Eckerd College in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's a private university, or a private college, and it was expensive. Tuition was around $20,000 a year. And I applied for a presidential scholarship. And while I got a good scholarship, I got $7,000 a year, I didn't get the presidential, which would have been full ride. And I was pretty destroyed, because I was pretty sure I wasn't going to go there for school, and I really had a good feeling about Eckerd. I thought it was good for my future. And so I remember, and my parents couldn't afford to pay it. I was worried about taking out a huge amount of student loans. It would have been, well over probably $60,000 of student loans I would have had to take out. So I remember getting a call one day from my great uncle, Uncle Bill. And Uncle Bill, along with my grandfather, his brother Robert, who my son is named after, is one of the finest men I've ever known. And he said, I was going to start. He owns. When my parents lost the store, Uncle Bill owned a pressure sensitive label company called U.S. Tape and Label. He opened it on his own with his own money. Started with one printer, and now they're a multi-million-dollar company. And when my parents closed down the store, he hired my dad, even though my dad had no experience selling labels, to give him a shot. Well, now my dad, 20 years later, I believe is the best salesman in the company by far. So, I knew Uncle Bill has a great heart. And he called me, and this was shortly after I'd been turned down for the presidential scholarship for Eckerd. And he said, I was thinking about starting up a scholarship fund through the company, and I got to thinking about it and thought, you're a good kid, why don't I just give it to you? And he basically said he didn't cover it, wasn't going to cover it fully, but basically what he did was match the scholarships I got, which basically made it so I only had to take out a small amount of student loans for college, and really made a huge difference. And then when I graduated and was accepted to do my PhD, he told me how proud of me he was. And then when I finished my PhD a few years ago, he told me, he said, I've had a lot of success in business, made a lot of money over the course of my life, and your education was one of the best investments I ever made. So I always said, Uncle Bill, I won't let you down. I'll do whatever it takes to pay you back, to show you. He said, all I want you to do is that one day you do this for somebody else. So how excited am I to say that we're going to do this for other people, not just for one, but for multiple people. So I have a statement here from the organization, And it says that the BioLayne Foundation was created on October 3rd, 2013 as a philanthropic initiative. The goal of this initiative is to improve strength sports, bodybuilding, and powerlifting by providing financial assistance to the next generation of sports scientists through scholarships and research grants. 100% of all funds donated will be awarded. The BioLayne Foundation is to be governed by an elected and hence inducted board of directors. The foundation name, the BioLayne Foundation, will remain ownership of Dr. Layne Norton. As such, if Dr. Norton or his successor chooses to request a name change for the foundation, such a request will be honored by the board. So basically saying that it's official. And our board is going to be several professors in sports science and nutrition, physiology, and we'll have more details forthcoming about the BioLayne Foundation and about how to donate, how to apply if you're a student, and all those sorts of interests. But I could not wait to announce this. There's no way I was going to wait until everything was all set up. So please don't email me yet asking how to donate or how to apply, but we will have all that information soon. And I could not be more excited. I really believe this will be a large part to the legacy I leave for the sports nutrition industry and exercise, and hopefully is one more step towards putting more good people into the industry that can help people, help improve health and fitness, and just make a really positive impact on the sport and health and fitness in the entire industry. I'm just super excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. Please stay tuned. We'll have a lot of details forthcoming, and can't wait. One other quick note I want to talk about, it's another really positive thing for the industry and for natural bodybuilding, is the Natural Athletes Alliance. This was started by a few guys who have a passion for natural bodybuilding, and they're a non-profit, and what they're doing is they're taking donations and memberships. And what they're going to do is, for the people who sign up, they will randomly drug test you throughout the off-season and in-season. One of the main criticisms of natural bodybuilding as well, if you only test at a show, people can cycle off and all this sort of thing. And for a long time I've said, well, really one of the best ways to keep people honest is, yes, you have in-show testing, yes, you use polygraph, but you also do off-season random drug testing. That's going to keep a lot of people honest, I think. It's going to keep a lot of unethical, unhonest people out of the organizations. So I really recommend, they have a Facebook page, Natural Athletes Alliance. Please check it out. I've already donated. I really encourage you guys to donate and sign up. If you're a natural bodybuilder or figure competitor or bikini, sign up, participate. I think it's a really good step towards making the sport even more legitimate. So obviously a lot of really great things going on that I'm really excited about. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. The support I've received has been unbelievable over the course of these video logs, over the course of my career. It has just been an unbelievably positive experience, and I'm so glad to see that there's people who are ready to give back. And so please support these organizations that do this good work. It's really going to make the difference over time. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate everything, and I promise to never quit coming out with good information and trying to help and reach as many people as I possibly can. Thank you guys. Look forward to talking with you soon.